I'm gonna get a couple people get on here, and we're gonna open up these coilovers. See if I can steady this old thing out. Got a weeble wobble camera. Oh, just got these FOA shocks in here. Special ordered them. Custom valving, compression, damping, rebound. Just for the truck build. Hey, we got a #1 watcher. At least this thing's starting to get some people. So we're gonna get these coilovers opened up. I'm currently halfway through fabricating a long travel for the front end. Hey, can you hear me? Big Patriello? Can you hear this thing? Any more plans for the first gen? So 6 months ago, I blew this truck up and holes in the engine block. So I got a junkyard short block. Nobody had a long block that was like a reasonable price for it. So I bought a short block, and then I refreshed the whole thing, went through, put my top end off of the original Tundra motor on it, new timing belt, new gaskets, all that stuff. And then my wife said, if you're fixing the truck, make it how you want. So McNeil fiberglass front and rear. It is, I believe, it's like 8 or 12 inches wider total. So I've got that. It's got the whole tilt front end on it. That's pretty fun. I did a paint job on it. Thing was pretty ratty. The McNeil glass I got was used, so it's pretty cheap. Needed a little work, and it was just white gel coat fiberglass. So new glass, painted it all, and I'm just kind of working my way through it. Built a new front bumper, obviously, for the tilt front end, and had to do some stuff with that. I had to cut the bed up to fit the bed sides on, because these are conversion glass. It makes it look like it has a 2020 front end and rear end, but gives it that classic cab look, so it's pretty sweet. Oh, thanks for watching the YouTube videos and subscribing. But so I'm halfway through a long travel. I've been filming a lot with making it. I just haven't gotten I want to have them done, so when I put a video together, you actually get to see me building it, and then you get to see it go on the truck instead of just like little bits and pieces here and there. My wife says I have stuff on my face.
Is tissue.
Gotta have clean nostrils for the live stream.
You're welcome.
So I guess people are starting to watch. Why don't we just start opening these things, get it opened up, try to get one together, and then yeah, we can talk more about the truck. Oh, before I do that, I got some absolute nonsense. I ordered some anodized valve stem covers, and I'm gonna have my friend laser engrave our Terra-Shark logo in the caps.
You are?
Yeah. Said he just stopped by. He's got like a laser, he calls it his pecker, does small laser engraving.
Oh.
So he said he was going to bring his pecker over and take care of that for me. So I got them in black, I got them in gold, and I'm going to make them sweet, and I'm going to sell them cheap. So if people want, they can get them for their vehicle and not pay. Like, I was looking at companies that I wanted that were engraved, a company I really like, but they're $32 for 4 caps. So that's a lot of money for 4 little aluminum caps. So I got black, I got gold. I'm going to do something with these wheels at some point, because they're just, they look dull as can be. Good day to you too. Let's go. What is what? The Tundra? These are caps, valve caps. Just keeping everybody busy until we get some more people on here to unbox these things. I ordered these, I think the 27th. They took almost exactly 3 weeks from the day I ordered them for them to build them and get these in.
How many times from now?
Got what? The shocks? The shocks are not from AliExpress. The shocks are from America. America. So let's cut these things open. I don't want to keep you bored. Oh, we gotta get the
I don't know what the F that is.
That's me. That's what that is. It's just me. All right. Box number 1.
I feel like it might be a joke. He wants a shout out because he just subscribed.
Oh, shout out for subscribing. Lunar.
No, his phone name is Lalar Pizda. Pizda?
Your name is Pizda. Full name, Lalar Pizda. Thanks for subscribing. Check out my Viper spring. So this is my tender spring, 10 inches. It is 175 pounds per inch. Pounds. And that's going to be my tender spring. So when I'm just driving normal or floating over the soft stuff, this is going to be a pretty soft spring, and it's going to make the truck float like a PreRunner should. I want it to dance like a trophy truck, but I'm like, don't have trophy truck money. So we got our tender spring. And we got our Viper 300. So this is a 300-pound spring. No problem, Lunar. This is our 300-pound spring. This is going to be our main spring. And these might seem light for a V8 truck, even if it's, got a lot of aluminum in it. But with the motion ratio I'm going to have on the suspension I'm building, it's going to be, with the leverage on it, this is actually going to be a pretty nice ride. So total, 24 inches of spring uncompressed per coilover. So that's pretty sweet. Anything else in this box? Ooh. Monogrammed FOA spanner wrench for adjusting the coilovers. I was thinking if I'm getting coilovers from a company, I should probably get the exact spanner wrench for adjusting them instead of just gobbling them up and scratching them with the wrong tools. So I got the FOA spanner wrench. We don't have trash. Let's open up a shock. I've annoyingly opened the box. All right, now the pretty stuff. My wife. She's hiding behind the camera. She only shows up in her boat live streams, I think. Looks like we got a dual rate spring spacer. Separate these. Kind sirs, that's going to tip over. It's going to be great. Well packaged, lots of bubble wrap. What do we got in here? A lower spring cup, not crup. I'm gonna We got some nice, that was called a teaser hardware. Huh?
Got all the hardware?
No, these are spacers for the, so those slide into your top of your shock. So it holds your, it'll give me an 1.5 inch mount. What? Beautiful clouds. Because they're American clouds. But I don't know, Florida. It's like Bob Ross out here all the time. So these spacers will slide on the shock. That way the bolt will go through and then you're not actually on the shock body clamping it. So they're kind of like a misalignment spacer for a Heim joint. And then some small hardware for the collars on the coilover. And then everybody's favorite part of any shipment, stickers. So I got these ones. I'm going to put them on the reservoirs for the shock. So up inside the wheel well. Coilover will be sticking out there and you'll see some nice red springs. And then the reservoir will be mounted somewhere on the frame with this logo. I ordered some larger ones because the whole reason I did the paint job the way it is so I can lay out a bunch of brand stickers across the bottom and kind of use the white up, kind of like a trophy truck style race livery. What is up, dude? Sean does cool stuff. I don't know if you guys know Sean, but it says he does cool stuff, and I believe him. So, stickers. I'm going to wait till I get enough stickers that it's not just like one sticker on the side of a truck. I'm going to do a whole bunch. So I got to save up. I've been waiting patiently for my vinyl guy, and because he's going to cut me a whole bunch. We're going to probably do a lot of black. We'll do like a McNeil Racing one and a few other things that have to do with what's on the truck itself. Stickers. It's not any fun if you buy something expensive and it doesn't come with stickers. All right. I pulled it out, I put it back, I pulled it out, I put it back. We're going to leave it out. So we got a big reservoir. And I paid for anodizing for the black, for all the aluminum parts. They're nice enough to wrap the reservoirs. Good hydraulic fittings on the shocks. Keep it from leaking. So compressed, with this being a 12-inch travel coilover, this eye to eye, 21 inches. So extended, 21 plus 12, should be 33 inches total length. So because of that, I'm going to have to actually cut up my top spring mounts in the Tundra and make it so the upper mount, it's going to be a little higher than factory. So while I'm fabricating the arms, I will also have to do that before I can get the coilovers in. And then I have to make clearance because obviously you're going to have a big fitting and a reservoir that needs to get mounted up in there. So as I was saying, sticker, meet reservoir. Isn't that going to look good on there? Looks like it was made for it. This reservoir is actually huge. I think I'm going to get some tools and let's put one of these together. I got the mic on me, so I will jabber while I'm going to get something. So I got to get something to put in the eyelet of the shock to extend the coil over. So I will probably just use a long screwdriver and stand on it. Should do the trick. That way we can get the spring cup slid on there and get this thing mocked up for everybody to see. Long screwdriver. This one should work. And then, am I going to need anything else? I guess we'll find out if I'm going to need anything else. I'm back. And I have a monogrammed screwdriver here. My friend borrowed it once and it came back saying Bernie Stabbers on it because we burned the end and poked it through stuff quite often. It's not a very nice screwdriver. All right, so I am gonna take the screwdriver, slide it through the end here. Hopefully I can extend that shock. So we got the shock extended. I'm gonna have to redo this and set my collars for when the coils are gonna individually engage. But for right now, we got the tender spring put on. Send that up the shaft. Then we need our spacer. Our main spring. I'm told that these Viper springs are pretty nice, so let's hope that what I'm told is truth. So then the lower spring cup slides onto the shaft. We're gonna have to push this down a little bit. Well, just adjust it. So that slides on like that. The wind is not helping. I'm gonna fetch that quick. So we're just cinching this up so the springs hold the shock cups on, or the coil cup on. And there we have it. So I think that's going to spice up the front suspension a little bit. You know what I mean? So it'll probably be mounted something like that. This will be on the frame, big sticker on it. And then obviously the spanner wrench for it fits in just like that for cranking this thing down. Spanner wrenches, who knew? Like I was saying before, why don't I take you along for a ride with me here? So as I was saying before, these little spacers, maybe they feel like that. They sit here, you run the bolt through, and that keeps you from, when you have your coilover clamped in the, like here would be the lower control arm. Really feel like that's supposed to slide in there. Probably does, and then just you don't get it back. Yeah, I just got to get tapped in. I'm being tickled by grip. And then this one would go here, and that way when you have it bolted, you don't have any pressure on the actual head of the shock there. And then we got some little Allens for this and big ones for here. So after you get everything set, you can clamp it down nice and tight. So I went with these because I don't have King shock or Fox shock money, but I wanted a long travel coilover that's rebuildable and tunable. And FOA, I talked to them and I've watched a bunch of videos. You can take this apart. You can take pistons out. They have another design piston. Otherwise, Fox, there's some Fox pistons that actually fit directly in this. It's a steel main housing. So just keep it oiled and thing's gonna last forever. Everything unbolts and it's rebuildable. Put new fluid in it, recharge the reservoir with nitrogen. Should be a pretty sweet setup. And the big reason I'm doing that is because I absolutely hate this rough country lift with the big lower cross member here. It's like, why lift it and have bigger tires just to lose ground clearance by putting a huge cross member on the bottom? Doesn't make a lot of sense. I made this front bumper, did it in the driveway here. Whole video on that. 1/4 inch aluminum plate for the skid plate. It's all welded in, so you can jack the truck up by it. If I hit anything, it's just gonna put it right under the truck, especially after that cross member's gone. I don't know, it's a nice table. You can tell I painted the valve covers for the engine on it. When we pop that tilt hood. So this has the same latches that like the trophy trucks and everybody uses. They hold pretty tight. I actually was quite surprised. I didn't really love the price because they're like $20-something a piece just for something that looks like a cabinet latch. You do. They hold it firm. I mean, gone like 80-something miles an hour and the fiberglass hood doesn't do anything. But one-handed, well, I say that, and then the whole thing tips right up. Yeah. Makes it easy to work on. I can just climb right up in there. I had to build the whole tilt mechanism for it. Why don't we take a look? So, ignore my paracord holding it now, but I welded up an aluminum frame and it hinges off the bumper, holds all my lights. McNeil makes nice fiberglass cups for the headlights. See my Mark McNeil tag. Okay.
How many people are watching?
40, 30. Yeah, red paint for the valve covers. That's what's on that table over there. Let's put this down. Easy peasy. So these latches, the way they hold this more, is it clamps on the outside, and then this shaft here actually slides up under there, and they have a 2-stage latch. So you can't just pull this up, you have to actually hit a little safety button too. Pretty sweet. Well, everybody that watch, thank you. Hit subscribe. I will have more videos where we're actually putting these things in here. I'm 6'3". Does this look big? Can't even get it in the shot. Ugh. I'm going to finish my long travel. Everything's through bolted on the hood. I didn't trust just running it into the fiberglass. I'll get the whole front suspension fab for this. I will get that up in there. You'll see me cutting the original shock mounts off. Hi, bro. And welding in the new shock mounts for the long coilovers, because those are not going to fit in the factory location. We're going to paint the lower control arms, the upper control arms, so when you look up from the front of the truck, you're going to see, you got to believe in the latches. You're going to see the all this nice anodized black, red springs. You're going to see red control arms up in there. It's going to look good. We're going to get all that ground clearance back that the rough country kit stole from this truck. We're still going to run the 35s. The truck's going to be 6 inches wider front track width because I'm extending each control arm 3 inches. And it's going to look good. We're going to do a lot. If you saw this truck 6 months ago, if you watch my videos on my channel, you'd see that it was just a crusty black 2002 Tundra. Pretty sure it just got bit by a mosquito. On that note, thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Peace.